In the past 2 weeks, I have not read all that much, unfortunately. Life got a little bit busy, so I haven't been able to do as much social media or reading as I'd like to. However, I did want to talk about the 6 volumes of manga that I was able to read. I am also reading a English novel. I do sometimes read novels in English as well, but it's a long one. It's the I think fifth in the Akatar series, and I'm nowhere close to being finished it, so I don't want to include it on this reading log. But the first one that I read is this guy right here called Yoru no Manima, and this is the second volume, and it is the last volume. This one will be getting an English print, I think, next spring. However, it does apparently already have an English print digitally that I was not aware about. This one, I don't know its correct demographic off the top of my head. However, I like to refer to this one as a youth drama romance, just because I do think it does tailor to both young women and young men. So it could be a shoujo, or it's more than likely a shonen, but I like to think of it as something kind of in the middle of them. And the series tells the story of just what goes on with first relationships, and kind of it talks about the transition from high school to university. Where can high school relationships really last? That transition period. I enjoyed it. I do think the art is very pretty. I like to refer to it as being very crisp because it's pretty big for a manga, and it's just I think it's very nice to look at. I will say it's rather slow at parts. I did find myself kind of skimming, especially near the end of both volume 1 and volume 2, but that isn't to say it's a bad series whatsoever. I did really enjoy it. I do see merit in keeping it in my collection, so I probably will be keeping it. This next one is probably one of the more risque ones in my series, and it is called Horegusuri Evento ga Watashi ni Okiteshimaimashita, or a love potion event happened to me, would be another good English translation of it. As far as I know, there is no English translation of it. And it does have, let's see, I know it does have a couple of volumes in Japanese. Personally, I only have the first volume, but this one currently does have 3 volumes out in Japanese, and I will be continuing reading it. Just, I really, really love a good love potion story, and I do like to compare this one to, where did I put it? It's called Hello, I'm a Witch Whose Love Requested I Make Him a Love Potion. Oh, here it is. I do like to talk about how I think the two main characters look so similar in both manga. And this, I refer to this one as the PG version, and this one as the kind of like 16 plus version. Both are fantastic, and both are about love potions. This one is more, well, they're both fantasy, but in this one, our main character is a witch who has a crush on a knight. And in this one, our main character has transmitigated, I think is the word, into the body of the main villainess in a romance story. And she ends up getting involved with a knight. So both have white haired knights, but our female leads are a little bit different. I think both are worth a read. And yeah, so like you can tell from the title what it's about. There was a love potion event. To go a little bit more into detail, our main character here had things happen in her real life. She transmitigated into the body of the villainess in a romance story that she was really loving right before she had to leave her body. And she realized that she was the villainess, and she thought, "Oh no, I don't want I don't want to have that outcome happen to me." So she works very hard to not be a villainess, but to still push the story in the correct sequence of order. The only thing that she wants to change is the outcome of this knight here's story. Originally, due to a love potion event, the female lead sleeps with another man, and then complications happen, and then they end up together. She wants this event to instead happen with him and the female lead so that they can be happy together. However, just when the love potion hits him, instead of grabbing the female lead, he grabs her. and then that's kind of how their relationship starts. She doesn't really know what went wrong. He clearly has feelings for her. It's a very, very fun read. The next one I read is this one right here called Yuureijou no Danna-sama. And I think the English translation is The Master of the Ghost House. However, I don't think there's, at least I haven't heard any news of an official English translation. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there is yet, fingers crossed. I really enjoyed this one. There's a total of 3 volumes out now, and I'm pretty sure it is ending soon. I don't know if the 3rd volume was the last or the 4th will be the last. I'm not quite sure, but I do know this will be a shorter series. And this is, it's just such a sweet story. I will say though, the first, I think 3rd or like half, I wasn't really feeling it all that much. I did think the characters were a little bit stale and one note, but just all of a sudden in the second half, it just, the spooky and cute and romantic vibes kind of caught up, and it turned into a very lovable story for me, and I really, really enjoyed it. I'm very glad I stuck through, because I was kind of thinking like, should I drop it? Like, I'm not really enjoying it all that much. I have so many books to read that I know I'll probably like, but I'm very glad I stuck with this. It's so cute. It is about a man who, due to his bloodline, has the ability to kind of manipulate and trap ghosts in his manner. And our female lead, who is unfortunately given a sentence that she cannot walk away from while still alive. But somehow she did make it out alive. The only caveat is that she's stuck in his manor and she can't leave because she's not technically allowed to be alive. And the thing, I guess the first thing that kind of I didn't love about the series was she was sentenced because she punched a prince, or she kicked a prince because he stepped on her flowers and insulted her. And that was it. She was supposed to say goodbye forever because of that. And I don't like that. I think that's a little bit trivial. Like, I think they were just kind of looking for a reason for her to have to go to his manor, which I get. And in the end, I was happy about. But at the beginning, I was like, what am I reading? Like, she's written as being a very selfish character, but in reality, like, if someone comes into my house and destroys my garden and insults everything, I might kick him too, you know? Like, I don't think that's a huge selfish thing. I think that's human, you know? So I really, really enjoyed this, and I will be continuing, and I'm hoping it stays as fun as it was in the second half, at least, of volume 1. The next one I read is volume 5 of A Sign of Affection, or Yubisaki to Rennen. And I'm so sorry, I'm putting this one on hiatus for now. Or I guess I'm putting it on pause. I guess the better English for that. I know it's such a cute story, and I know everybody loves it, but I'm at a place right now where I really enjoy reading stories with strong female leads and stories that have romance but also have other things going on in the plot. And this is just a little bit too slow for me, unfortunately. It is very cute, and I'm saying there's nothing wrong with it at all. I didn't love how everything in the end revolves around Itsuomi here. Literally everything in the story turns back to him. And I didn't love how she's kind of infantilized just a tiny bit, and it seems like everything she does is for him, even subconsciously it feels. And I know that's probably not the case. That's just how I felt when I was reading it, and just I didn't enjoy it as much as I could have if I was in the right headspace for it. So when I'm hoping to read something just cute and romantic, I will pick up volume 6, because I know I do. It's such a cute series, and I know it's a good series. It's just where I am right now, I'm not able to enjoy it. Another one that I didn't really enjoy is this one here called Sono, Otoko, Numa ni Tsuki, volume 3. And honestly, I'm probably dropping this one. Unfortunately, I don't like dropping things after I've read a good chunk of them. This is either the newest or the second newest in the series, so I'm kind of bummed. But just there's no progression in our main couple's relationship, even 3 volumes in. Our female lead, to me, is a little bit dense, and I don't like it. She's older than him, but she's still like, ooh, like, does he like me? He told me he loves me and wants to marry me, but oh, does he actually like me? Kind of like that, where she's too hesitant and too naive, and it just doesn't feel realistic for somebody of working age, which again, like, there's definitely people out there that are a little bit like hesitant when it comes to dating. However, just it felt a little bit cartoonishly done in my opinion. So I don't think I'm gonna continue reading this one. Oh, I should say the premise is this guy's really popular and he's in university. Our female lead is working age and she has no experience with men whatsoever. So she entrusts him to help her get experience with men, basically. Um, and he's like living at her apartment and blah blah blah. And like every time he tries, like she loves shoujo manga, and she'll say like this scene here is swoon worthy, and he'll reenact the scene for her. And at first, that's why I fell in love with this series because I thought it was really cute. It was really sweet. Um, but she gets so flustered so easily when she's literally asking him to teach her about romance, and he'll try, and like he'll clearly show that he's developing feelings for her, and she just won't do anything about it. And it's like, girl, like, what are you doing? Like, if you don't, I don't get the point. I find it frustrating. And the very last one that I read is volume 4 of Firefly Wedding, or Hotaru no Yomeiri. This one I think has 7 volumes out. I don't know actually. There's quite a few volumes out. Let's see. Hotaru? No, it was wrong. There's 9 volumes out. I need to catch up. I read volume 4, loved it so much. I really, really am enjoying the series so much. Again, I need romance with a plot. I need other things going on. I love it when it's external factors or like adventures and everything that move the romance and the story along. I need something extra. And this one has a whole lot of extra. I won't be spoiling what happens in volume 4 in this video at least, but it was so good. We got a new character. It changed the dynamic so much. I have no idea what's going to happen in volume 5, and thankfully I own volume 5. I have the first 6 volumes, so I'm still good to read, but I need to buy the next 3 after that. But this, honestly, this might be my favorite thing I've read this week. Just looking at everything, or in the past 2 weeks, I should say. The Firefly Wedding series is just so good. I never know what's going to happen. I do know people were saying the newest, I don't know if it's the newest volume or the newest chapter, they were freaking out about it because it's sad. And I'm really worried. I'm really, really worried. No spoilers though. I really, really hate spoilers, especially for this series because I'm enjoying it just so, so much. But I'm anticipating. I'm really excited. I'm really hoping to get my hands on the rest of the series so I can binge read it real soon. And that is everything that I read these past 2 weeks. Minus, well, I read one on my Kindle app on my iPad called I Sleep Next to My Oshi, or My Oshi Sleeps Next to Me. I'm not going to show that. I didn't like it, so I'm not talking about it here. And I am also reading Akatar. But again, I'm not done Akatar, so I can't really keep it in my reading log if I haven't even completed finishing it. Haven't even completed reading it yet. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's what I read.